Hey guys, I'm Hans Defentala from Kessiban. I just want to welcome all you guys to the hospitality and tourism industry. This is an exciting industry that will require your brilliant young minds to take it to the next level. Remember, always put your all and practice excellence in everything that you do. Take the time to learn from each other, but also from the people who have come before you in this industry. Great success is always born of many failures. So take lessons from all that came before you, both their successes and their failures, and use it to transform Trinidad and Tobago's tourism and hospitality industry into the world-class product that it can be. Welcome to the industry.
You learn a lot about culture and places when it is you're interested in food. When I came out of school, I was involved in Rotaract. And through Rotaract, I interacted with a lot of islanders, and I was always just enamored with how patriotic they were. And I felt as a Tobagonian, we really didn't have people advocating and showing that love when it is we got. Yes, we love Tobago, but Tobago always kind of got overshadowed by Trinidad. Whew, that's a tough one, most memorable. I guess it's a reinforcement of my purpose. Yeah, all of my positive or memorable moments were moments that really helped to crystallize and I guess reinforce that it's worth the stress. So if I had to really drill down to one, when we won the destination award, and people trivialize it, but it took a lot of work for us to get there. And I felt so validated. It was very surreal going through the process. I won't lie, because, you know, we went up against destinations like Australia and New Zealand. I remember when I was in university, Australia had an amazing campaign. As I said, you're sitting with world leaders in tourism. I would say be a constant learner. We've enjoyed success by doing certain things, and sometimes we like to stay with that strategy all the time. You know, people talk about, oh, Tobago was doing so well in 2005. We're not in 2005, right? So the things we did back then, they may not work now. So you really have to be in a constant, I guess, state of learning and trying new things. And I guess taking risks. So in a nutshell, yeah, just have a thirst for knowledge. And not just knowledge like book, you know, knowledge in terms of connecting with people, because I learn a lot by going and talk to the villagers in Castara, you know, being with people on the ground. So the different facets or different means of learning. So yes, there are industry practices and best practices, but you know, you need to learn from the people who are on the ground, on the front line, what is happening, because you can get disconnected from the reality of what the destination is facing. So you kind of need to keep yourself grounded.
When I was younger, I always used to make macaroni and cheese, and I used to experiment with that as well, you know, put different ingredients inside of it to see how the flavor changes. There was a day my mom went to the grocery and she saw a chef in the grocery, and she walked up to him and she started a conversation with him. And she told him, you know, my son, he really loves food and he wants to be a chef. So he was like, okay, well, tell him to come down to the hotel tomorrow. This was Blue Haven Hotel. So, you know, she came home all excited and she was like, hey, you know, I met a chef. I told him that he wants to be a chef. So instead of sitting down home doing nothing, he said to come to the hotel tomorrow for a job. So I was like, all right, cool. That sounds good, you know. I'll get to expand on my macaroni and cheese knowledge, you know. I will get an idea of new ingredients to put in my mac and cheese. So I was like, yeah, all right, let me go. There are so much memorable moments that I could mention. I was the captain of the culinary team, and we won the collegiate decor competition. It's an international competition with different cooking schools all around the world, and we won 2 years in a row. To this day, we are the only team, right, coming out of Johnson and Wales in every Johnson and Wales campus that has ever done that 2 years in a row. So we still hold the record, we still hold the title for that. And our picture is actually in the school in a glass case in the campus. So it's so that aspect. Then this journey has afforded me the opportunity to cook for a lot of celebrities, you know. So I've cooked for, and this is from my personal chefing business, I've cooked for Ludacris, Fantasia, Neo, Anthony Hamilton, Taurus Riley, Congens, Marshall. I actually used to be the personal chef while I was living in Florida for a guy called Elvis Dumerville. He was actually, he used to play football, American football for the Baltimore Ravens. So you could go there. I've cooked for millionaires and billionaires. In terms of challenging moments, I had so many challenging moments on this journey that I am still on. Could go back once again to Johnson and Wales in terms of, you know, me going to school, the exchange rate coming from Trinidad and Tobago, you know, the exchange rate to the US dollar 6-1, and you know, my mom was already paying my tuition, so I told her not to send any money for me. So besides with my school work and in all these clubs, I was the vice president of the Caribbean Students Association. I was in charge of the ACF in school as the American Chef Association. I was in another group called Men of Distinction. So besides juggling all these extracurricular activities, plus for school work, I had to work under the table to have money to live. So, you know, that was really challenging. There were days that I was down to like dollars, like literally dollars. I have $2-3 in my name, and you know, I had to find a way to survive. But I used to, you know, say my prayers and whatever, and something always used to come along. Somebody always used to come with a job, and I don't know, like it just always worked out.